round. All right.
Definitely.
Now what's good? Oh, I thought that scared me for a moment. They're wearing the same skin. Okay, good. What's going to be tough here, like you talked about a little bit, it's just kind of navigating the space, right? We're kind of, a lot of these players have already made their way into the safe zone and they fortified. They're ready to go. They've picked their spot. But now it's on these other guys to make it through safely.
Yeah, and when it comes to rotating out of this, you need excess materials, you need launch pads, you need shockwave grenades. If you don't have that, then you're actively searching for teams to eliminate who potentially might have that, or get the resources that you need. A lot of times, people will play safe when they have the resources, but for example, right here, Evil has 380 metal. I don't know how many materials his partner has, but they're trying to get these elims because they know that if they want to win, if they want to make it past this point on this next rotation, they need some more materials. And that's why they're playing very aggressive here and they're going for the risk. And it's going to pay off. There's a chug jug, there's some materials. Great pressure from these guys. Holding the low ground, playing safe, shooting from the edited window, and now the materials are stacked. And they've got chug jugs, so now they have a better chance at potentially moving out of this area and going into the safe zone.
That's a great point. They've only got 45 seconds left to make these rotations as well, but again, just look at how cluttered that area is. And now look, the new safe zone.
They're already in the safe zone.
They're good to go. And that's a Kinstar call. I'm gonna tell you right now, Kinstar is the guy that says, look, we need to make it to these safe zones. We're gonna fortify and we're gonna show people that we're here. Because the thing is, as well, Kinstar builds a very specific way. So when you see it, you're like, oh, yeah, that's Kinstar.
Nice little tunnel they have going on here, replacing the enemy walls with their own, just fortifying it. Sharing the shields. It's good to communicate with your teammate. Make sure that you guys are both even when it comes to materials and shield count. And sometimes you will want one person to hold more, especially if they have like more health and you're more prone to going down. But they both are healthy and they both are sharing the resources well. So I'm really hoping that they can pull this off because I'm pretty sure. Are they on the Bush Bandits?
Who are?
DC and Kinstar.
Let me take a look for you.
Oh, man.
They are not.
Oh, they're not? Okay,
they are not.
I take everything I said back. I hope they go down the next 10 seconds.
Oh, my gosh. Over to Paffy and Noisy, though.
See, this is where it gets a little scary because what happens is if you get caught out of place and you look weak, if you look weak to the people around you, everyone will kind of have like a gentleman's agreement to start shooting at you. You want to look strong, you want to look like you have a lot of materials and that you can defend yourselves. Because now these guys are getting attacked with grenade launchers, but they're doing a good job of defending and putting the walls up, so people might stop shooting at them. But if at any moment you look like you're taking too much damage or that you're running low on resources because you're cycling through your materials, everyone around you is going to make it their job to try to take you out. And now right here, Paffy is
not looking good.
He's not looking good, and more people are going to potentially start shooting at them once they realize that.
That's such a great point, because like, even looking up just a little north, you see a player that's just medkitting. No one's shooting at them at all.
Yeah.
Whereas Kinstar and Tixi, of course, everyone's like, hey, pile on these guys, make them use their mats, we'll shoot at each other. Don't shoot at us, shoot at them. Look at them, they're the threat.
62 players alive. By the time this next circle goes up that hill, part of it is up on the hill, I see that number going from 60 down to like 20. We're about to lose 40 people potentially, because this is a tough rotation. And most of the people on the map are away from the circle. And the people who are near the circle, they still might have to go up that hill. So,
especially with the safe zone, it's like half encompassed in the storm.
Yeah.
So you have a super small space to work in. I mean, look at it again. You see people on top of each other right now and continue to make their way into that current safe zone. That's a great point, though, Cypher. Look, this is going to get really crazy really quickly.
And when it comes to these late game rotations, a lot of times you try to get away with, rotating without using materials, and you hope that people just let you by. You hope that people just ignore you and focus on their own rotation. And if you can get away with rotating without using that, look at all this loot right here.
Oh my, that's another player!
That's he's trying to snag the loot. Oh, that did not go well.
For it. Oh no, it was Paffy.
Oh, the Porter Rift, that is so clutch.
And now
did he pick that up or did he have it with him?
I believe he picked it up, and now they can make this clean rotation. And Mitro's like, look, I want to go in. I want to steal this high ground. They are so
They need
close.
one more for another point. But like I said, that you need those resources to make those late game rotations, and that's why people play a little bit more aggressive, especially if they're low on resources. Kinstar is very weak right now, and him and Tixi are just running around. and they're hoping that they don't get shot. You see how they're not really. That's a great shot from TC, but they're not really building because they want to see if they can get away with it. That's kind of the whole way. You're like, okay, please let me buy. Let me buy. Let me try to get it through here without spending too many materials. And if they can do that, that's great.
And that's a great point because you can utilize other players' builds to do that.
Yes.
But as you can see, they're onto it. They're like, hey, we see you guys. Nice try. And so now Tixi and Kinstar are in a bad spot, right? They have to sit here and fortify while everyone is just barraging them now.
And if more people find out that Kinstar is down, there'll be more shots coming through here. But I think it's hectic enough for him to pick up Kinstar right now.
Over to Mitro and Villex, who are maintaining a nice little high ground here. I'm not even surprised, man. Mitro with 5 eliminations.
Anzi, 43
away
persone.
from getting 2 points on the board for his duo.
Did Nitro win last week?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, wait. You mean like overall? Who was the winner?
Overall?
In Europe?
Yes.
I will get word on that because I'm not 100% certain. Let me get word.
I mean,
but he did
was
really,
in the top.
really well. Yeah.
He's very consistent. Very, very consistent. One of the most consistent European competitors I've ever.
Noi stiamo facendo il tunnel della morte.
E per forza, quando in
vuole
safe.
andare.
They're super close. And now look at the new safe zone. They've got to make their way back into the storm. What's interesting?
Poi che cazzo sta accadendo?
La cosa bella è che se continuano così possono anche lottare, non so se hai visto. Stanno loot sullo piano. Mamma mia quanto lagga. Mi sono preso malissimo del è caduto, invece mamma mia. Sto cammina, prima avanti.
Ma sì, ma c'è troppo bordello, la gente non... C'è troppo casino. C'è troppo casino, fidati di me.
Io mi fido. Non si capisce un cazzo. Nel senso, 30,
Anzi, la
30
mappa
persone.
ci sono solo persone.
È diventato un arcobaleno la mappa.
Questa è l'ultima safe, eh?
Quello che mi preoccupa.
Questa è l'ultima safe, questa è l'ultima safe.
Ma sono curioso di vedere come cazzo si evolve un attimo.
Morto Jarl, dicono.
Morto?
Oh, Shama, vieni con noi a commentare.
In terms of placement, was it the top first place gets the 3 points.
Non si vede più il cerchio, non si vede più il cerchio.
Questo hai visto, si è bloccato mezz'ora e ha detto ok, cosa è successo?
Now they're probably shifting their mindset a little bit, right? They're like, okay,
assurdo.
well, there's 30 of us. Could we play for top 5? Well, I don't know.
Ma slidano. Hanno costantemente il ghiaccio sotto i piedi.
Buono quel lutto.
Però
in questi casi è strano, ti sembra quasi che chi è sotto è più in vantaggio di chi è sopra. Nel senso, quelli sopra vengono costantemente spottati da tutti, mentre quelli sotto non si ricaga nessuno.
Anzi, non è cattiveria, ma sta a laggare come dei legni.
Un cazzo. Veramente un cazzo. Bro, commentare, ma poi c'è poco da commentare. È bloccato tutto. Che è successo? Quello lo spazio.
Gente che esce fuori dai buchi.
Sì, assurdo. Gente che diventa dei Diglett, buca fuori dal terreno. Cosa sta cercando di fare?
Di non dare la kill.
Non puoi, cioè, come pretendi che il tuo ti animi in una situazione del genere? Non esiste.
Anzi, non ho mai visto una cosa del genere. Sta solo a fare kill di gente che sta fightando. È incredibile, sta facendo uno strage.
Questo si è preso i punti della win, eh? A 3 punti.
Sì, anzi, questo qua ha fatto il disagio.
Vedi il testi. Qua è morto.
And he won't be in the center. There's no way he can get there. Unless he tries to maneuver out of here.
Yeah, he's got to go now.
But it's going up the hill.
Oh mio Dio. Con le pezze al culo. Con le pezze al culo. Ma sparavano in tre lo stesso.
Cosa sta accadendo qua?
Cos'è?
6 players left suddenly. I'm sorry, King win.
Chi è sopra? Dovete far vedere chi è sopra, chi è in vantaggio voglio vedere.
Oh, he's
Non lui.
E lui è ripado.
What just happened? We've gone down.
Questo è rimasto fermi nel ground con 0
Ok.
Ma perché non l'hanno fatto vedere? Perché non fa vedere anche sopra? Cioè, capisco che i fight sono belli da far vedere, però fai vedere anche che cazzo succede fuori.
No!
Cazzo.